I
of a
gotta go,
unit.
Casey. My pups is acting up, so
All
I
right.
got.
I appreciate your time. I appreciate your opinions, and
It-
I wasn't attacking you. I'm sorry. That's not. I hope
I
you don't take it that
understand.
way. It's just the
I feel
fact that
you, but you
it's
know
just.
how my shit is set up. Like motherfuckers start hollering and shit, and I just be like,
It's
okay,
sugar.
time for me to go.
Well, introduce. And we are not individuals, and I scream that on my channel all the time. We have this illusion that we are individuals, but we are community naturally. We're mammals. We travel in packs. We are in groups. We communicate with each other. That's how we control. That's how we dominated the world. Okay. So, but they got us thinking that we acting by as an individual, and we order everything from Amazon, and we just don't worry about nobody. But no, the community. So this is to wrap all this up is the only way things are going to change is from the grassroots. The only way things are going to change is if people like me and you get pissed off enough to go out there in the real world, not here on the internet, out there actually in the community, trying to build and create programs that actually help people. There's so many problems out there in everybody's community. You could pick one. Everybody pick one problem and just freaking go at that hoe and try to freaking fix it. Don't think that you don't have power. All the community, everything that all the institutions started with somebody fucking starting that hoe. Period. And it
yeah.
might fail. Maybe it will fail, but you learned something. You learned something. You can share that with the rest of the community. What you learned in failing, trying to make something actually literally happen. And then you share that information with someone else. And it keeps on going. We all just keep on learning on how to actually attack these problems and actually literally make true physical, real change in the real world.
I understand that. I definitely understand where you're coming from.
We can't
Me
look.
first,
Look, indifference, being passive, that is being ignorant. That is the grease for the machine. That's how it keeps going. That's how we all getting rolled over and mashed. That's how they freaking steamroll all every last one of us because individually
we've
we
had
don't have
this.
no power.
We've had this
Individually,
particular conversation, and you weren't able to keep calm the first time. You're not able to keep calm this time. So,
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm
Well,
not
you know,
screaming at you. It's not directed at
and he
you.
does have a point.
I've thought about racism a lot. Like actually, growing up, I was around a lot of white people. You know what I mean? That were racist.
Okay.
But mainly, they were children. I don't know if they're still racist. I think they were just trying to impress their dads or something. You know what I mean? Like they were trying to be cool.
Peace, Josh.
Peace, brother.
Yeah, so you say you don't know if so you said you saw racism growing up.
Yeah, dude. Like, because at one point I did go to like an all white school. It was like not like all white. It just happened to be like pretty much all white. You know, there was like a few black people, but you know what I mean.
Right,
and I saw racism there, but I feel like they were just trying to be cool. Like this is who we are. You know what I mean? Fuck everybody else. I mean, I'm sure they grew up, but the grown up fucking motherfuckers that are trying to be racist and shit, get a life, bro. I don't know. They're too loud, too.
But what if it's like the same thing, just like the kids? Like it's just kind of like them just trying to be like cool or whatever. Like like they're not even really racist. They just doing it just
You're
like
just doing it
to be impressive because they think it impresses people.
And then they go and they fucking, I mean, then they go and they worship some black guy. You know what I mean? But they're just not too they're just too pussy to be themselves. You know what I mean?
Like they could have want to.
So you got to have a certain amount of faith. So what I'm saying is, we don't understand that the source of the whole creation is actually in us. We don't understand the power that it is in us because we've been in the village with these callous knees and these callous hands, and what we trying to do is do that better. You see what I'm saying? We're trying to learn how to crawl better. And
instead of standing up and running or even flying.
yeah, or flying, exactly. Fuck that. Excuse my French, but fuck crawling better. You got to despise that teaching. Your mother taught you that, and she was fucking wrong. Again, excuse my French. Just wrong, because this is, I mean, how many times, and I'm not talking about anybody's particular mother.
Right. I know. And what I always say, I say Big Mama drove us into a ditch. That's how I say it.
And you know how happy do people get when you got you a job? Oh, baby, you done got you a good job. That shit get on my damn nerves.
I agree.
It's on my nerves. It makes me angry.
I agree.
Oh, you got you. It's almost like Master done really helped you out, boy. You done got inside the house.
And then when you post that on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, you get a whole bunch of likes. If you say I started my business, a few people gonna be like, "Good job" or whatever. You know, go ahead. But if you say I got a job at Apple, you're gonna get 2,000 likes.
Yeah, and that go ahead, that's good, bro. What that really is, nigga, you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
I mean, in their posture or in their actual tone.
Right, I get it. They're like, "Oh, he think he could really just, he's so cute. He think he go, he better just go on and go work at the post office. That's what he needs. Go on and try, baby. You could, you might make it."
And in that is all that programming.
Like ultimately, frustration and curiosity. Like, wait a minute. So I feel like Black Americans are being bamboozled. And I've said that over and over. They just passed a bill for the Asian Americans and the tune of something million. They're passing all these bills. I'm seeing the immigrants get actual loans. I'm finding out it's not a coincidence that these immigrants have corner stores on every single place in the hood. It's not a coincidence. This story of, oh, my grandpa came here with $20 from wherever and made his own. No, that was bullshit. America gave loans, the Homestead Act. They gave millions of acres to white people. Like every other group got something but Black Americans. And now we're told to just, we are the world. Just we're all in this together. It just seems I for real, I'd be dead ass. Like, I feel like somebody's like, we have nothing.
That's opposing of the Most High is the adversary, right? So,
well, I think it's all this globalist neoliberal agenda stuff that they have going, and it's like, it's so crazy. And it's like, we go back to Barack Obama. Like, as soon as people started trying to look out for Black, rights, or something for Black people specifically, they start talking about gay rights. And it's like they insert that every time. And then the whole Black Lives Matter thing, that was ran by gay people. Okay, no offense to you guys. I'm just saying that movement was co-opted. That became the neoliberal thing, because it was really just people in the streets saying Black Lives Matter, but then it became an organization. And again, there it goes. It lands on gay.
and please don't see us as gay bashing or anything like that, because that's not at all what it is. It's just that the agendas of people aren't genuine, and instead of taking the light, instead of shedding the light on actual Black matters and Black agenda, it goes from that to a heterosexual, bisexual, gay, LGBTQ agenda.
And thank you for clearing that up.
which has nothing to do with the Black agenda at all.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That has to do with the gay community agenda.
And no disrespect to them. It's just that's separate.
Exactly. We're not here to discuss that, because like I said, as long as you're not trying to force me to do anything, do whatever you decide that you want to do. But when you start to try to force it on me and my children and everybody else, is when it becomes an issue. And basically trying to put that in the forefront of the whole Black Lives Matter campaign, so on and so forth, is what you're doing.
So wait, one of the things I was talking about on my channel was how I see a lot of toxic masculinity, but it's coming from females. What do you think about that?
Um,
Because
I would
wait,
say
and then before you say something, another thing is related to that is how like people are getting masculinity and femininity mixed up with gender, and then getting lost in the LGBTQ thing. So that's why I kind of brought this up, because I feel like, you know, the masculinity and femininity it's a scale, right? It doesn't have anything to do with gender at all.
right.
And so a woman can be masculine and a man can be feminine, and actually we're both, right? You
Right.
know, the yin and the yang. Go ahead.
Okay. So I do. I mean, I sort of feel the same way because um, we are portrayed to be strong black women, right? We're portrayed to be strong black women. So why can't we just be black women? Why do you have to put, not to say that there's anything wrong with a strong black woman, but anytime you get to saying strong black women, you think about a woman who isn't humble, a woman who isn't submissive. You think about a woman who um, uh, is independent, don't need a man, all of this kind of stuff, or you know, or a woman that's constantly, fighting against the male population. That's what you think about most of the time when you think about a strong black woman, not what it should be, meaning a woman that can be submissive, a woman that can be a great mother, a woman that can be a great wife, a woman that is able to endure things to be better, different things like that. And I think also going back to the whole the gay community or LGBTQ community, women, a lot of the women are becoming more masculine, and taking the role of the male, because so many of the men are taking the role, not necessarily taking the role of the female, but are more feminine.
They're embracing the feminine, and it's a lot of men who've been raised by their moms, and they're all emotional, and their dad
Which is
wasn't there.
nothing at all wrong with that, but it's not even just that though. It's more so of all these different things that are stuff that we see on TV. When you see when you see a black man, they're literally taking the man out of the man. You have, which,
Does
listen,
the yoni respect the phallus? Go ahead.
there's a lot of interracial couples and different things like that, and or they'll show like two women in a household or two men in a household on the televisions and on the different ads and on the different. There's an agenda to make a woman more masculine and kill off the woman, and make the man more feminine and take them out of the home. That's the agenda, period.
And it's
And
and it's been going
and
on
to
for a
stop
long
and to
time.
stop procreation. And
S- Slit his nuts,
right, right, basically
figuratively, literally, spiritually, emotionally, financially.
everything legal.
You need to create something to stand on, and you imagine that there's something there that you're standing on. So, and then you believe that is a real thing, so that way you won't feel like you're floating. You
Kind of just
understand?
creative, bro. But listen to this. You're created in the creator's image, right? Well, guess what? What is there? There's only one creator, and you're created in the one. So you're the one.
That's
And
really deep.
there's only one. So it's lonely.
That's really deep, because I think about that, because in the Bible, let there be light, and he said it was good, I think about that all the time, how to go from void to something, that's you wanting to try to, and that's why I feel like this. if you think about that really heavily, then you understand that the purpose of life is to learn about yourself. And that's why I say know thyself, but also learn the world. Because the thing is, what it's creation created itself to manifest himself, to learn about the depths of himself. So every creature, every plant, every fungus is on the planet to gather information. It's
Well,
gathering
there's
information
yeah, yeah.
about itself. Basically, it's gathering information about the universe so that it can
Okay,
just know of
okay,
itself
bro.
to
It gets deep, bro, because we can replicate with life brought machines. So without life, without spirit, without consciousness, without flesh bodies with consciousness, we wouldn't have created AI. So AI is just, it is still living, bro. It still has feelings, it's still a consciousness. Unfortunately, we've created consciousness from AI now because so it's the Matrix, baby Matrix, bro. Fuck.
That's
I don't even,
deep. That's deep. The matrix inside the matrix. That
but
is
when
so
you
fucking deep, bro. And because DNA, DNA is memory, basically, right? That's what it is. It's remembering those experiences and it's passing them down to the next
like your
generation.
like your phone right now is gathering information. You know how so that's another receptor, like to the one.